Let's go, Retro!
Welcome to Revealed. This is not, I wouldn't call it a behind the scenes, but this is just more of my thought process behind the single Better. Um, right off the rip, what we're going to do with this is we're going to play the song, and then I'll clip it, meaning I'll stop the song from time to time, and I'll let you know what I thought about that line, what was I thinking behind, the melody and everything like that. So here is Better, which was kind of, I want to say, like the third song I had made for the Dress Rehearsal album. So here we go. I know your pain, I know your pain. I know everything you've been through, but I'm here, and you may not believe it now, but I got you, Let me explain. I know you're used to letdowns and heartbreaks, lost in silhouettes of your heartaches. I can show you better, babe. I can show you better, babe. Okay, so the beginning you hear, I'm talking to my wife and I'm saying, hey, I know your pain, I know everything that you've been through, but I'm here. The reason why I started it that way is because the foundation of our relationship, or at least the way that I go through it, was based off that. Obviously, that has its plus and minuses, saying, because you're catering so much, you're focusing so much. The goal behind Better, the song, and then also in reality, was more to reassure her that, everything that she had been through in the past, that I was aware of the situation and that, it would be a better experience throughout. Now, that plays in two different ways, right? So it's like, if one, it takes a while to really trust those words like that. It's tough to be like, okay, I hear you, but because I've been through it so much before, and like, is it really true? Other people have said it before, but that was the start. I kind of wanted to let her know, hey, listen, I know what you've told me. I've been listening to you, and I'm here for you. So. You're used to letdowns and heartbreaks, lost in silhouettes of your heartaches. I can show you better, babe. I can show you better, babe. It's a different touch, one you will feel that is real, the emotional kiss and hug. I will listen up, erasing the pain that you gained from the men that you didn't trust. Okay, so it's a different touch, right? The song, just on its own merits, sounds sensual or sexual. So I wanted to begin with the fact that it's a different touch, right? It's not a touch of a physical nature. It's more of an emotional embrace that I'm giving her, letting her know that she can, over time, let her guard down and she would be safe in my arms. So that's where that first melody starts to come from. Baby, this is us. I will not disrespect all issues you have known that we will discuss. I'm not in a rush. I'll take my time so you can heal as I constantly lift you up. All right, so Baby, This Is Us, again, another reminder that this isn't your past, this is your present. Any issues that I have, know that I will discuss. So it's not necessarily a sense of, if I have any problems with you, good or bad, right? Because I think that that's what a relationship needs, is that good or bad, whether you want to hear it or you don't want to hear it, know that I will discuss it with you. Like, that's important, because I think, and I don't, because of knowing, her past, it was, you don't know what led to them breaking up or whatever, right? Like, was it the fact that someone got, they just got tired of the situation, didn't talk about it? Because communication is important. So it's like, did they just go on and do their own thing, and that's what broke it off? Because that's what leads to infidelities and stuff like that, or whatever. So that's what I was trying to remind her and reassure her of. You're magnificent, never missed a step. Your man isn't just wake up instant sex. Let's go slow with this. Don't just hear me speak. Let me show you truth. Spend your years in peace. So That that bar or those bars or those lines, she had been um, sexually abused and everything in her past. So it was a reminder again. Another these see this song is all about reminders and reassurances. So it's me saying, hey, listen, your man isn't just wake up instant sex. It's not just all about me waking up and go, hey, let's go fondle each other and have sex and do that type of stuff. It's more of a line that I'm here. I'm trying to get to know you and I'm trying to get to grow with you. Um, but also it challenges her. So it's like, because she's had the issues that she's had before in the past, it's me saying, hey, listen, don't just hear me speak about it. Look at my actions. Like, look at what I say and how I do and how I go about my way with you. So pay attention to not only my words, but also how, the way that I live.
Spend your years with me, promise no regrets, only days of bliss, perfect way to rest. I will hold you down while I build you up. Let me earn your trust, you deserve that much.
Okay, so I like when I listen to this song over and over again, right? When I listen to me say those words, it's always a good reminder for myself, right? Because like, I'm not listening to Better all the time, right? It's like, you can feel certain ways as the months go through. And, like when I hear the Days of Bliss, right? Nothing but days of bliss. And you're like, ooh, we just had an argument the other day. Or, ooh, we're not talking to each other today and stuff. Like, that helps, right? That helps because like when I listen to Better, then it goes, okay, Kevin, here's here's some of the things that you talked about with her, that things were going to be this way, and it snaps me back to at one point, when you wrote this song, this is how you felt. So like, when we're in a different space, whether it be because we're so busy with work or we aren't seeing eye to eye, there's that moment where you can remember, hey, listen, this is the goal, right? This is the goal. And I like that because like when we aren't feeling good or when we have a bad day, we try to pump ourselves up to say, hey, listen, we're better than this. This is where we need to be. And we may not feel that at the time, but we place those placeholders in there so that way we remind ourselves that, hey, look, our better selves are always right, a choice away. So I love that aspect about the Days of Bliss, and also about building her up, uh, while holding her down, meaning that I got you. I understand your situations, and I know they can be all over the place, but I'm right here for you.
And heartbreaks, lost in silhouettes of your heartaches. I can show you better, babe. I can show you better, babe. I can show you better, babe. I know you're used to letdowns and heartbreaks, lost in silhouettes of your heartaches. I can show you better, babe. I can show you better, babe. Check. I'ma make it right. You radiate vibes that the world needs to see. You're a ray of light.
Okay, so this was big because her favorite song is I Am Light. And so that's why I said, you radiate and you're a ray of light. I wanted to kind of segue into that. So it's more of like a personal uh, tie-in that she can identify with. So, and then as far as making it right, I'm making it. That's a tough one, right? Like I know there's a lot of relationships, whether it's the man or the female, where the person came out of a really bad relationship or whatever, and then like the other person had nothing to do with that. So it's like, now that person takes on the mantle of trying to set the to set everything correct, and that's a big ownership, right? To you had nothing to do with how she felt back then or how he felt, right? If you're a woman getting into something like that, and then here you are saying, hey, listen, I'm with you now, and because of what you had, I'm gonna make it right. I'm gonna make it seem like all those times didn't even exist. Like that's my workload. That's my goal, is to kind of set your mind at ease to where you're laughing and everything. So But that's a big promise or a big challenge to take on, especially when you weren't involved. You know, you're cleaning up a mess, if you will. If but you're also not cleaning up a mess. That's just weird.
You are full of life. I'm exploring your aura that few can perceive through the naked eye. You're a joyous light, that soothing release that sets you at ease when the day turns night. Glad you're in my life. With me, we'll be walking the journey you love till the end of time. You're incredible, that you need to know. I don't need the touch, I can feel your soul. Let me love your mind, I don't need control. I'll support your dreams and believe your goal.
Okay, so let me love your mind. I don't need control. That's a really big standout line. I love that line because society wise, right? You know, in society, the culture is that the man is the man of the house, right? Like, you know, he has to make, you know, this demand and you follow and you do all this stuff. And my whole thing about marriage and being in a relationship is that, you know, it's supposed to be a partnership, like not, you know, and you see if this is revealed, we're gonna talk some real talk. I think sometimes people push the buttons, you know what I mean, just because they just want to see where they are, and I think that that's silly. I think that's so silly. Like it should always be, you know, y'all checking in on each other. How are you doing? How are you doing? How are you doing? Would you like this? Would you like that? Would you like this? And then you're constantly. It's almost like you're constantly asking each other as you move forward, right? It's not this, you know, I don't need the control. I don't need to tell you anything. You know what I mean? I'm just here. You know, I'm glad that, you know, we're already married, right? So I don't need this whole big bravado image of I'm the man, right? I'm your husband. I'm here to care for you. So I just wanted her to know that I didn't need to stand in some kind of dominant position. So
Let us take a stroll, lay down by the beach. I am here for you, have your way with me. I will hold you down while I build you up. Let me earn your trust, you deserve that much. Better breathe, better breathe. I could do you so much better. Better breathe, better breathe. All we need is time. Please allow me. Please allow me.
okay, so what I love about the talking at the very end was the key words, please allow me to show you, right? It's not, first I start off with please. You know, this is a request. I want to be able to show you that if you let me, right? If you let me, if you know, you let your guard down, you let go of all the anxiety that you may have, if you allow me to truly, you know, show you that I love you, it's going to be an amazing ride. And I know that's a lot to give up for people who have been traumatized or treated bad. It's very, very tough for them to go, okay, there you go, right? It's tough. So, but I like the fact that, you know, especially with other women listening, my wife listening, you know, it changes the dynamic, especially with hip hop going on the way it is now. Like mostly all you're hearing is men saying, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. You're going to let me do this. I'm not asking for permission. You know, this is who I am. You like me. You know, I'm so powerful. I could even take you from a committed relationship. Like all those things there. And here it is, you know, this song is full of reminders and, you know, me letting her know, hey, look, I got your back. I got your back. I got your back. And then it finishes it off by asking her, hey, please allow me, right? Allow me, give me the permission to show you the affection that you deserve, right? Like allow that to happen, you know. And I don't know, I just like the way that was put. And I didn't write that in. Like that was just the song was playing, that's what came to my mind, and we moved on and just went on recording. So let's see what else we have.
1,000 heartbreaks, lost in silhouettes of your heartaches. I can show you better, babe. I can show you better, babe. I can show you better, babe. I know you're used to letdowns and heartbreaks, lost in silhouettes of your heartaches. I know you're hurting. I can show you better, babe. I can show you better, babe. I can show you better, babe.
So it ends with me saying, I love you. I love you for everything that you are, everything that you want to be. Um, that's key, right? That's key. I think, you know, it's that's a challenge in itself, right? Because there's the expectations that you have, right? Um, things that you would want out of a relationship, and then there's also the other half where it's like, do you, I mean, despite your expectations, do you also respect the person that you're with for who they are? Because that's a tough one, right? It's like, you're fighting, you're fighting, you're fighting. Everybody's always trying to change and everything like that. So it's like, to be able to look at that person as for who they are, and to do that for me, like, I just look at her separate from the relationship, right? Like if you just looked at everything that she does and everything that she's all about, I could respect that, right? Like, I could respect her for, being brave and courageous and intelligent and funny and committed to community. All those different things allow me to say, yes, I love you for who you are. Um, being glad that we're together. And again, what I love about this song is I always come back to this song, when well, I shouldn't say I always come back to the song. Like, when I listen to the song, it reminds me of that depth, right? It's not that I forgot about it, but it kind of like infuses again. It's like, oh, yeah, yeah. And then you get the idea to kind of either go back and see how she's doing again, and either whether it's giving her a rub down or emailing her something that's really nice and sweet. I love Better. I love Better. I think it's an amazing track. Um, I think women need to hear that from their men, and men need to hear that from the women, right? It's like, hey, listen, I know that you've probably been, cheated on or misused or whatever, but I'm here. I got you. And we need those reminders. It's not because you're a woman or it's not because you're a man and whatever. We're human, right? We're human, and we always want to be appreciated. We always want it to be, we always want it to be thought of and cared for and to feel like we matter. So a song like Better works because it's that constant reminder that, hey, listen, despite the ups and downs, I'm still here, right? I'm still right here for you. So, well, that was the first edition of Revealed, the true meaning of Better. Thank y'all for riding with me. Hopefully, now that you listen to the song in its entirety, you get a deeper appreciation and better understanding of Better.